Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go. Two fat Filipinos. Two fat Filipinos. Two fat Filipinos talking in the house. Woo! We
All right, what is up, everybody? It is me once again, your boy Chris Papa, with,
Papa Bear.
and we are once again back. Uh, this is our second episode of the new era.
Oh yeah,
so
there you
we
go.
we are redoing some videos that we already did. We re-recording stuff, as you can see from our backgrounds.
Yes.
Pretty good representation.
Now we're
Uh,
going a little bit high tech.
yeah, sure. I mean, why not?
Okay,
But
and just to let you guys know, we'll be dropping our first single of our I wouldn't say our
oh my
album, but our single, which is Too Fat. Okay, and
PHAT.
yeah, PHAT. And just recently, I found out that Fat PHAT actually stands for Pretty Hot and Tempting.
I
Did
mean,
you even know about that?
I did. Yeah, I just forgot
Yeah.
about it. But that brought me back 20 years.
Yeah. So, in essence, I think fat might be referring to women. I mean, I'm not saying that we're pretty or hot, but when you bring the two together, we are pretty hot because as large people, as plus size people, we sweat a lot. So
We
that
do,
is a
yeah.
good representation. And tempting, yes, we are always tempting people to eat. We're always tempted to eat
Yes, we
and
are.
we're tempted to live a lifestyle that is unusually unhealthy, but what can you do?
Yeah, we just eat and eat and eat. We just eat our troubles away. That actually comprises a lot of my budget every month. Food, because you gotta eat.
Okay. However, we are in no way we are in no way admonishing any other lifestyle, nor are we telling you to follow through with this lifestyle of ours. It's not that we hate ourselves. This is just how we landed in our predicament.
Actually,
Okay, we
no,
have
I
no.
disagree with that. I
I
disagree with that.
at least I have no excuse for it.
Here's me. You only live once, YOLO, everyone. Eat what you want to eat, and then just be prepared to pay the price later. I'm paying the price. He's paying the
Okay.
price.
I'm paying the
But,
price. However, I think both of us can agree that as per Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, we will be dying with a smile.
exactly. Why am I gonna like prevent myself from doing the things I like, eating the things I don't like? If it's gonna prolong my life, yes. But am I gonna be happy? Probably not. So I'd rather die with a smile, because
All right.
we're all gonna go there, you
All
know.
right.
So
Very well said. Okay. And before we continue with today's episode, I would just like to take this moment to say hi to certain sponsors and to tell you guys about the wonderful stuff that they've provided for us. First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Wondershare Filmora, the software that you use to create our shorts. Okay, as you can see, the watermark is still there. Not that they're actually sponsoring us, they're not, but I'd like to give a huge shout out to them because we still don't have enough cash to pay for the version that leaves out their watermark.
yes, thank you,
All right.
Filmora. We're
And I'd
poor,
like
we're
to
broke.
shout out to Hanes Philippines underwear, the underwear that Chrissy Papa and I wear every day. Well, at least we say we wear them every day because came up with a brand new they came up with a brand new fabric that is cotton. However, it relieves everything of skid marks. So however much you fart, you will not leave skid marks on your white underwear. I know that's probably made up. Well, no, it is made up. I just wanted to
Uh,
say it out loud.
I
Okay.
I also want to thank Baleno for making 3XL underwears, and for creating like black colored ones, because I don't have to see my skid marks. So
Awesome. Okay. Boleno, thank you so much for that. And I'd also like to give a huge shout out to one of our other sponsors in terms of our hair care products, Head and Shoulders. Head and Shoulders. Why am I giving a shout out to Head and Shoulders? Well, it's in the name. Head and shoulders. They don't talk about hair. Okay, it's just your head. So it's perfect for bald people. Okay, if you want to rub some on your shoulder, that's good. Okay, but
Yeah,
essentially it's shampoo for heads, not hair,
yeah,
right?
and shoulders. Don't forget
Yes,
shoulders.
exactly. Right.
I also wanna give a big shout out to Mane and Tail. Uh, just wanna say shout out to them because their designs never changed for 25, 30 years now, I think. So not that these people or these companies are actually sponsoring us, but shout out to you guys. I hope you listen to this and send some our way.
All
I'm
right.
size 14 US, by the way.
Yes, I'm not gonna ask for any underwear, all right? But I would like maybe a year's supply of Head and Shoulders and the free version, not the free version, but rather give me a pro subscription to Wondershare Filmora, right? So I can use every aspect of it, But when we get a budget for that, don't worry, we'll be paying you guys. I just rather we
Maybe.
do not.
Rather we do not. By the way, a big revelation. Papa Bear is actually the one editing or not editing this video. He said he's not gonna edit it. He's just gonna upload it and see what
Yes,
whatever
we
happens.
will. Again, just for just to be completely forthcoming. Okay, we will not edit any of the videos that we put out in our channel. All right, we want you to see it as raw and as uncut as possible. Although I will be posting snippets of it every now and then and some shorts, But that's it.
Not
Okay,
that kind of short.
everything. Yeah, I know, not that kind of show, but everything that you see in the entire podcast, I will not be editing. Okay, because it defeats the purpose of actually talking about certain topics that if we didn't want you guys to hear something, well, what's the point,
What's the point?
right? Okay,
Exactly.
if we said something wrong, if we said something controversial, I guess it still needs to be said out there.
Yeah.
And
Whatever.
having said that, okay, the topic for tonight is all about the BPO experience. All right.
Woohoo.
Okay. Just to make it clear to everyone out there, especially our Filipino audience. Okay, BPO stands for Business Process Arts Outsourcing. It does not stand for Boom Panes. Oh my God. Okay. Essentially, this
What?
is. I sort of like heard that somewhere. Okay, it's like
Where?
somebody was saying, "Hey, Boom Panes. Oh my God." Okay, because just because that person wasn't able to enter or wasn't able to get accepted into a call center, started
I
saying
got
that shit. Okay,
I got you.
so it's
If you guys
business
hear my
process
dog,
outsourcing.
I'm sorry. She is cranky today. I
Yeah, I
apologize.
think is she in heat?
She is in heat, yes.
All right, so if you
And I think
guys what?
one of my partner's siblings is here. That's why they're
Okay,
barking. So
that's why. Okay, that's fine. We both love dogs. I used to have a dog here, but due to my circumstance, I'm not able to take care of it properly anymore. So yes, business process outsourcing or the call center industry. It's been in the Philippines ever since like the late 90s and it's still going strong to this day. And my background has been in the BPO ever since 2004. Well, Crispy Papa, well, when were you in the BPO again?
2010.
2010 up until like 2019 or was it 2018, right?
It's it's a an important distinguishing factor. Or it's important to educate everyone. Like when you say BPO, it's not just call centers.
Mm-hmm.
It can be, like what I'm doing now is still BPO technically because
But
I'm
it's
still.
not a call center.
It's not a call center.
Yes.
I've been out of call centers since. Well, if we're talking about my full time job, 2021, 2021. Yeah, 2021. So I've been out of call centers since 2021. But I am still in the BPO,
There
just
you
not
go.
call centers.
because that's the same job that we had in 2021.
Yes, exactly.
Right. It was not a call center per se, but it was still a BPO. Anything that anything that processes stuff from outside the origin country or where the actual company is located. You go to another shore to have your business grow, and people from that country take up the slack of your work of the business. Well, that's BPO, business process outsourcing. May it be a call center, may it be like IT services or any other services, for that matter. Okay. So we're gonna be talking about the BPO. So we're not really gonna we're going to talk about it, but not in the sense that we're gonna be focusing on our actual experience. Okay. Although that will come into play. So my first question that I'm going to throw out there, which I will answer myself, okay, to Crispy Papa. All right. Tell me about one of your most memorable experiences in the BPO and how it came to be about.
Are we talking? Are we
Let's
talking?
talk about a positive memory or a
Okay. Positive
positive
memory.
memorable experience.
Uh, PG or non PG?
Let's it's up to you. Whatever you think.
Let's keep it PG because I want this to eventually be monetized. Maybe.
Okay.
Uh, the I wanna I wanna focus instead on like the most fun I've ever had in call centers. Uh, and I wanna go all the way back to October 26, 2010.
Okay.
That's literally my first day
Wow.
in a company that I will not name. They are no longer existing. They were bought out by a bigger company.
And
But
maybe you can name them if that's the case, since they no longer exist.
ACS, Advanced Contact Solutions
There
in
you go.
Makati. So um, but I'm not gonna name who bought them. So I want to start there. Um, simply because it's the first day of training. It's the first day of everything. And this is the first day I realized that, hey, this is not too far removed from my college days. You know what I mean? By
Mm,
that time, I'm not a graduate yet. So I'm still a semester away from graduating. And what I remember is during the training is the fun that all 33 of us had. Um, nobody was let go. Nobody dropped off during training, which I found out was rare. And I don't know, man. It's just the first group of people that I met. Uh, they're just a fun bunch of people. We were extremely underpaid,
okay.
even in 2010 standards. We were getting 15,200 pesos, and that's it.
Well, so I actually have the very same experience that you have in terms of like the very first batch of people that you were with. So may I ask how long you lasted in ACS?
It's a contract hire, so it's a seasonal hire. So everybody was gone by March 2011
Okay.
or
When you say
early April,
all right, so and when did you guys get hired? You said October 2010, right? To March
October. Yep,
2011.
yep.
During that time, that specific period of time, did any people drop off,
Nope.
before completing that contractual
Oh, yeah,
that contract?
yeah. After the training, like when we started taking calls, especially when the calendar flipped, that's when everybody started getting sick. Everybody's suddenly has problems. Everybody's doing this, doing that. But as a newbie at that time, I thought like, okay, maybe that's normal. And then the next day, like I'm friends with a lot of them still to this day, and I'm talking to someone, right, like on a Tuesday shift. Cool, nothing out of the ordinary. And then the next day he never showed up for work again.
Okay.
and and I thought that was weird. Like, why would anyone do that? But of course, as I moved along in my career, I found out that hey, that's something very normal.
Yes, exactly. So my experience has been the same. And for me, it was not weird. For me, I was shocked. How can you just leave off like that and not tell anybody? That just completely shocked me that you're not going to be professional about it. Tell the trainer that you're not coming in anymore. Even during training, there were like 20 of us, and then after the first week of training, like two didn't show up anymore, and I like those guys. And then during production, our first week in production, people were like going absent, and then people were like showing up on their rest days to render OT. And you know why, right? Because if you're absent on a regular day, you get deducted that day's pay. However, you work overtime on your rest day, you actually get double pay. And where did that come from? Like that was like a strategy that was being employed by some of those people, by some of my batchmates, and I didn't understand that. I mean, the only reason why I found out about it is because I worked OT during some of those days, and wait, you were absent for 2 days, and now you're working OT. Okay, and then she told me, okay, I won't name names. She told me was that uh, she could make up for her 2 days absent by working 1 day of OT on her RDOT. So I was like, oh my God, okay, I don't know if this is unethical or whatever. It just shocked the hell out of me, right? So
Gaming the system, yo.
I know. So for all you people out there who've just experienced that sort of behavior or that sort of experience or that scenario, okay, we encourage you to never do that, to never just leave, never just say, I've had enough of this. I mean, it's hard, it is, but what does that have to do with with your personal integrity? I mean, are you just gonna leave because you don't feel it's good, or are you gonna do the right thing and just and go through the actual process? We encourage you to always do the right thing, people.
He
Okay.
encourages you. I don't.
Oh
I
my
say like,
God.
I like, dude. If you don't want to work for somebody or for someone, why would you stay? Like, go.
Yes, you can go. Just do it the right way. All right. I mean,
Here's the thing. Here's what I learned. For example, Papa Bear is an employee for company A, CS, and he
ah,
left gracefully. Rendered 30 days, submitted the resignation, whatever. I just left. Am I gonna be marked for that? Like in my next company? What do you think?
I honestly don't know because I've never done that, nor did I even have the gall to try and find out how that's gonna play out.
I know. They don't care. They don't know. The only thing that the recruiter or the background checker, if there is a background check, will ask is Papa Bear an employee of ACS from X date to X date? Is the answer yes? Cool. Is he rehirable? Yes. Cool. Is Crispy Papa an employee of ACS from X date to X date? Yes. Is he rehirable? No. Okay. Will that matter to the next company? Depends. If we are talking about the big four in-house banks here in the Philippines, it will matter. If we're not talking about financial companies or financial accounts, probably not.
Okay,
Depends.
well, there you go. Because at some point, if you really want to like move up to in your career, all right, I think that the aspect of professionalism should still be displayed. If you want to like move up to those large companies who do really specific background checks, but if you're I can see the reasoning behind it, but if you don't really want to do that, if you just really want to stay where you are, well, then you could be an ass. You could be like my brother Crispy Papa, who I just figured out is also an ass, probably a bigger ass than me. All right.
I want to pose this question to our listeners slash watchers. Do you do you want to be promoted? Let's face it, not everyone wants to be promoted. I
Uh
did
huh.
not want to be promoted for the longest time because I know I can see my SMEs, I can see my TLs. They are doing X amount of work, especially for SMEs for other companies. Not naming names, but there is a company in North EDSA before, and I was an SME there, and this is like the reason why I didn't want to get promoted for the longest time. I had SME duties, I had part-time trainer duties, and I also have agent duties. Did you think my scorecard adjusted because of all of my lost hours? No. Did I get extra pay? I did not. Did I get OTY? A lot of them. You know what OTY is? I know you know.
Yes.
So, my point is, if you want to be promoted, cool. That's on you. Eventually, as I aged, I wanted to be promoted, and I was. And then, cool. Now this is my job. However, if I apologize if my back scratcher is annoying, but I don't care. However, if you are part of the large contingent of people that wants to log in, auto in, log out, go home. I'm just saying that there is more than one way of doing things. Hit the comment section. I'll let you know.
And in essence, I think Chrissy Papa is actually displaying his grievance. Okay, you're not getting paid enough. Okay, and then what the employer is doing, what the company is doing, is that they're pretty much screwing you over by maximizing your efforts and by utilizing every bit of talent and or skill that you have, and them not paying anything extra for it. So that is a gray area in essence. A gray area in the case of you being a good employer, just follow directions, and well, we ain't paying you enough, and we're not going to pay you more. Why would we? Okay. So in essence, they are taking advantage of certain people, like they took advantage of Chrissy Papa. They even took advantage of me. The only
Gray
difference
areas exist.
between Yeah, the only difference between him and me is I was just happy to do it because I was pretty happy with my company before, which I will name because they also no longer exist. And I'll say it out loud. It was Sykes. Okay, the pioneer call center in the Philippines. All right. They used me so much that at some point I was actually expecting them to use me over and over, and they did. And I never really complained.
How
All
was your
right.
retirement?
Oh well, I
After how many years? How was your retirement?
it was 13 years and 13 years and 11 months. 1 month shy of my 14 years. And I actually already planned. This was the thing. I actually planned on resigning. I already submitted my resignation, and then I went ahead and did something stupid and got fired instead, which was easier.
I
Fudge.
mean, 13, almost 14 years. Do one stupid thing. I know some things are ZTP, but some things can be talked about. But again, gray areas exist, right? This gray area is used and abused by employers. As employees, you can also take advantage of this. Just saying.
Yes, and I already gave you an example on how maybe some employees actually gained the system, you know.
Exactly.
And I will never promote that. We're just saying that because it is a part of reality. And
He's saying that. I'm not. I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying that.
I'm saying that because your employers will actually find out about it, and the person who did that, she was actually fired after 2 months in production because of her behavior, being absent on regular working days and then just coming to work on her RDs. All right, people they will see that they will see everything that
Absolutely.
you're doing. So yeah,
Of course. Everything is logged.
essentially, yeah,
But what I'm saying is, other than that, there are other ways that you can take advantage of the gray area. It's up to you on how you would use the knowledge and use waste. And I'm not talking Hadouken. Hadouken is stupid. Like Hadouken is dumb because you Hadouken once, they're gonna see it, and guess what? You're still gonna have a call. Come on, yo. It's not productive. It's if you Hadouken and you'll never get a call ever again, cool. Or even for that day, cool. But you Hadouken and then there's another call. Like it's useless. It's stupid and it's dumb. Uh, that's just
Well, at
me.
least he's saying something that's sensible. So yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to me, right? Hadouken
Hmm.
is dumb. It's stupid.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Now, since we've discovered, your memorable memories in the BPO, why don't we move on to something that was, let's say, extremely challenging or something that made you miserable? Because I know that most of our listeners in the BPO industry, or with any other job for that matter, can relate to the misery that surrounds certain scenarios or certain matters under your employment.
See, when I was younger, 2011, I was what, 22 years old. I cared, right? I cared. I want to be promoted. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be a company man. And then they screwed me. So F it. I don't care, or I didn't care for a long time, probably more than half a decade. But here's another example from the same situation, same scenario. Yeah, boy is doing training, English training, product training, A-Bay training, answering questions, answering supervisor calls, scrubbing tickets, sending reminders to everyone that has like tickets that are about to expire. Again, all of these I am doing within my shift and outside my shift. I also want to remind everyone that within my shift I still have to take calls. Within that week, I still have to meet a certain quota, meet a certain I forgot what it's called, bro. It's been such a long time. Was it surveys? Yeah,
Surveys. Okay.
CSAT. Yeah,
CSAT surveys.
yeah.
All
You
right.
still
Yeah.
have to.
CSAT surveys. You guys know that? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's used much anymore. I think it's more NPS now. But whatever. Back in my day, that's what we were using. That's what we were doing. And like I said, my goals, it was never adjusted. So my grievance is I did X, Y, and Z and A, B, and C, and then uh, what do I get? I don't get my quota, so I'm hit. I don't get my incentives, so I'm down a couple of thousands, and then I don't get my CSAT scores. I'm down another couple of thousands, and guess what? That affected my overall scorecard. Did my extra effort uh, count towards my overall um, performance? No. Despite doing all of that, during my um, annual meeting with my supervisor at that time, what did he give me? Can you guess?
A headache.
No, satisfactory. He
Wow.
gave
Okay.
me a 3 out of 5, and I'm the only one that's doing like English training, and remedial English training, and I'm the only one doing that out of all the SMEs. So I'm thinking like something's wrong, right? Because this score is literally what they are gonna use for my raise. Did I get a raise? I did not. So
Not
misery?
even not even 2 or 3%.
No, not even
Wow.
1%.
Okay.
I didn't even get a pat on the back. What did I get? Another one-on-one with our SOM at that time, asking why I only got a 3. Like, dude, what else am I gonna do? I only have one head and two hands. Well, maybe I have two heads, but I only have one brain and two
Fucker.
hands. I mean, come on, right? What am I gonna do? I can't train. I can't support the A bay or the nesting, and I can't take calls all at the same time, bro. I have to choose. You're not letting me. You're asking me to do X, Y, and Z and A, B, and C. I did. And what did I get? I get a 3. I get a mediocre score. That is depressing. That is miserable because not only did I lose out on a few thousands, maybe close to 10,000 every month, uh, but I also lost a lot of scores on my scorecards. Is that fun? No. That's why I told myself I'll never get promoted again. And I was
Okay.
never promoted again until 2019, but that's another story.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. In essence, my one of my most miserable moments in the BPO actually has something to do with promotion. All right. Why? Because I consider myself a decent, if not a better trainer than most. All right. I like training. I like
I
interacting with
agree.
people. All right. And I also taught language and soft skills. That was my forte. Conversational English was something that came very naturally to me. And it had everything to do with being confident, but also being cordial enough to know that you're sharing stories with another person. That's all a conversation is. Okay, like right now we're sharing stories, right? So the story that I have was the fact that when I was promoted, I didn't apply for a promotion, but several of us were promoted at the same time because that was seen as the goal for people in our position who were English coaches. We were promoted to training supervisors, where we handled a new batch of English coaches. All right, I was promoted. We none of us applied for it, and less than a year into that role, I was already miserable. All right, why? Because I had to manage my people, and it kept me away from training. I still trained a little bit, but essentially I would be managing 80% of the time and training like 20%. And I would still train writing, chat. I would still train some agents, but mostly it's centered around me training my people. All right. And it kept me from, being able to interact with the people that I care about the most, which was the lifeblood of our company, the CSRs or the TSRs, right? So I stayed in that position for 7 years. I asked for a demotion twice. They denied it. Obviously, that was illegal. Because I still love the company. And during that time, I was having certain issues because I was mostly left alone. Like you're in a position that's a supervisory position, and sometimes I would go through like months without talking to anybody. Okay, just answering emails and making sure that everything was a okay. I wouldn't even see my direct reports. I just asked for reports from them. Why? Because busy. I was busy writing emails, attending meetings. With other supervisors, and that gets to me a little bit. So what you're looking at right now, guys, are two people who are apprehensive about promotion or just straight up against it. All right. Now, we're not saying that this is something that you should emulate. Okay. This is just who we are. Because if you're ambitious enough and you want to be able to earn that moolah where you are, obviously, you're going to have to, step on a few toes and do something that other people haven't done before, become more proactive, and that's how you climb the ladder. I've seen an agent go from being an agent to a director in less than 6 years. And this agent was actually a teammate of mine. All right. And good for him. He's a great dude. He's a great guy. I mean, he can also be a dick, but at the same time, he changed a lot of processes. It went well for him, and well, look where he is now. Okay, he's where he wants to be, and if that's what he wants to do, that's where he wants to be. That's all well and good. Okay, you're just seeing at the other end of the spectrum where we don't necessarily want to be in a place where we're not earning a lot of money, but we were in a place that we didn't care much, okay, about the actual climbing of the ladder. Is that something that you can agree on? Crispy, I'm asking you. Oh, he's busy. I think he's
Yes
trying
and
to
no.
burp.
Sorry. Uh, my mute button is not working on my headset. But yes and no. Because I'm not a hypocrite. I said that I didn't want to get promoted, and I didn't. I was promoted 2020, 2021, and that was the start of the rest of my career. We started this podcast, this show, saying that we are two dudes in middle management, and we were. He
Yes.
was, and I was, and I still am. So the difference was age. I'm a decade older, a decade and a half older than I
Older.
was back
Okay.
then.
Okay.
Like when I was, doing my stupid
Yeah, because
things.
I thought you were gonna
With,
take another
with,
pot shot at me for being 10 years older than you. Was it
well,
15?
it's
No,
not. It's
10.
only 8, but who's counting,
You
right? I mean,
fucker.
you're. I mean, it's true. It's almost 8. Are you happy?
I am.
So great. So uh, I I agree that if you don't want to get promoted, you don't have to be. You can just log in, log out, get your incentives, get the moolah, get the bag, get the coin, and be on your merry way. You don't have to log in extra hours. Papa Bear logged in a lot of extra hours, and I logged in significant hours. We were just talking about this offline. Logging extra hours, I thought it was gonna be paid, but psych, it's not. But that's neither here nor there. I just found a company that I liked. I was literally at the doorstep of something large. The company was starting and it's literally launching. I'm literally the first employee they hired in the Philippines. So I thought, like, if I'm gonna get promoted anywhere and not be completely taken advantage of, it's here. So I took that promotion, ran with it, and I'm still kind of in that range, a little higher, a little whatever. But yeah, if you don't want to get promoted, get the moolah, get the bag, because there's a lot of money being an agent, especially if you have any kind of sales in your account, right? I have a little bit of experience in sales. Papa Bear, do you have any sales experience at
A
all?
little bit. Yes, I do.
There you go. I have like 2 years, 2.5 years of experiencing sales, but uh, mostly I'm just a log in, log out kind of guy for a long time, almost a decade actually. And then perfect opportunity landed right in my lap. I took it, never looked back. In terms of earnings, I'm earning decently, and I'm looking forward to earning more. Getting more of that bag, getting more of that money, because I need it. So I eat a lot. You know, food is life, yo.
Well, there you go. Right. Oh, and I want to also segue into when did we start using the word bag?
I don't
Yeah, get
know.
that bag or get
Uh,
that stack.
get,
You know.
yeah, get that stack, yo. Get that bag. I know where I got it.
I
Do
know I
you
heard it
remember?
in YouTube. You know. So
Do you remember? What's his name? Landon.
who's Landon?
Back back in the company that we worked with together.
No, I don't remember Landon.
His last name is Landon. I forgot his first name. So he's this dude that I was working a project with, and he's young-ish, like 22, 23, 24, 25, early 20s. So he taught me that slang. I said, "What bag? What bag are you talking about, dude?" And he's like, "Bag, money, coin, stack." Oh, let me steal that. So now I'm a almost 36-year-old guy trying to be cool using the term bag. But at least I do know where to use it and how to use it properly. So that's it.
Okay, and that actually brings us to one of the other important things that I think everybody needs to know, especially if you're working in a call center, especially if you're a Filipino call center agent, okay, and you're working for different clients, different nationalities. That is very important for you to understand not only their culture and their colloquialisms, but also their rapport. All right, and those idioms that some people may not be familiar with. Okay, let's bring out some of those things. I just said the word bag. I mean, I want to get that bag. Okay. Some people may think that am I referring to a new uh a new Gucci bag, a new Birkin, a new Mark Cole or whatever Coach, a handbag that's from Louis Vuitton? Okay, no, that actually the bag actually refers to a stack of cash. Okay, do you have
Money.
any
That's
interesting?
it.
Yeah, do you have any interesting uh idioms that you've encountered, or at
What
least some that, you always like to use just because of the fact that you work for a US company?
what we're doing now? Like we have no idea what we're doing. We are literally flying by the seat of our pants.
There you go. Yes. Flying by the seat of our pants. Very good. And that
Another
means
one.
is we're
Oh,
just
okay.
winging it, right?
That's another idiom. Winging it.
Yes.
So we're just going with the flow, doing what we think is right.
Well, I don't think what we're doing is. I think right might be subjective, but I think
It's
in
fun.
essence we're just having fun.
This is just a normal conversation between the two of us. We just decided to record it because what the hell, right? Why the hell not? So
Okay.
this is literally how it goes. Maybe the topic is not uh like this deep or this profound, but this is just two dudes shooting the shit. So I have another one. I like this because
Okay.
I used it recently. Beating a dead horse.
Okay. Beating a dead horse.
Why
Use
don't
that
you
in the
give
sentence.
me?
What?
Okay, this is
Use that in a
exactly what I
sentence.
this is exactly what I told Jamal. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. So I have a colleague that's in not in the U.S., but his name is Jamal. And I asked him a question that I already know the answer. I just want him to tell me the answer because this is a project that is almost overdue, and it's because of him that I had to, render overtime. But this dude is giving me an answer, which is not the answer I'm looking for, and he knows that. He's
Okay.
just, just trying to circumvent the answer. Just trying to wow me with words, I guess. But he keeps saying the reason is X when the actual reason is Y. So keeps saying X, or you're saying X, you're saying X, keep saying X. Please stop beating a dead horse. We know it's not X. It is Y. Now I'm not gonna continue the conversation that I had with him. Pretty stern conversation. This dude is kind of known to be slacking off from time to time. Um, by the way, Jamal is not his real name.
Okay. So in essence, beating a dead horse is not only does it that may refer that not only does it refer to something being useless, okay, but it's something that, well, it is useless because essentially he was not able to get what he wanted out of that individual. Like he couldn't get the answer he wanted, so he was essentially beating a dead horse. Okay,
What I
it
wanted,
was,
what I needed, because
yes,
without that,
it was useless. It was useless slash just a complete waste of time, right?
it
And
was
that's a very good example.
it was
Um,
the one-on-one was 30 minutes, and 25 minutes was spent with him saying the reason is X, but we all
uh,
know it's Y because we're looking at but whatever. That is neither here nor there. That's just a work rant that I have, but fun times. How
fun
about you?
times indeed. For me, I don't really get to use a lot of colorful slang. But when I was training an account, somebody came up to me and he heard a customer using this and he didn't know how to answer. Okay, the customer actually used the idiom, the idiom,
Kick the
pushing
bucket,
up, no,
pushing up daisies.
pushing
It's the
up
same thing.
daisies.
It's the
So
same thing.
wait. The context is, um, okay, I obviously I knew what it meant, all right, but I asked the dude, okay, so what did the customer say? Okay. Well, the customer said something to the effect of, if I don't, if I don't make changes in my life, I'll be pushing up daisies by the time I'm 40 because of all the stress. All right. So just think about it. I asked him to think about it, pushing up daisies. I told him, okay, the context here is, what are daisies? Flowers. Okay. When you say pushing something up, it means that um it means that you're going to be pushing the daisies up. Where are the daisies located? On the ground. So in essence, how would you be able to push up daisies? Essentially, you'll only be pushing up daisies if you're under the ground. So that is an idiom of death, which is the same as 6 feet under. Okay. So yeah, he wasn't aware of what it meant. So yeah, pushing up daisies means, well, essentially you're dead. Okay. And a lot of those idioms are just really, really colorful, and depending on the culture. And I'll give you one right now, which is something that I like to use when I want to be sarcastically uh complimenting a person. Okay. One of the best countries for idioms or idiomatic expressions or colloquialisms is Australia. All right. And I learned something. All right. The accent is wonderful. It's hard to understand sometimes. Okay, but biggest one of the biggest things is that it sounds really off. However, it's actually a huge compliment. Like, I'm gonna say to my brother, I know Crispy Papa is an awesome guy, and if I was Australian, I'd most likely say, "Hey brother, I just wanted to say you're an awesome person. Hell, you're a fucking mad cunt. You're a mad cunt." Okay, and I'm saying that directly. Okay, you may think that it's derogatory, but if you look it up, okay, a mad cunt is actually one of the biggest compliments that you can give anybody, right? It means that guy is awesome, he's wonderful, he is a magnanimous person, right? So if an Australian calls you a mad cunt, it's not it's a good thing, okay? Yeah, and I think he's searching it up right now. Are you
No, it's in there.
Yeah, okay.
So we are back. I'm sorry I lost internet connection because you know Laguna problems.
Okay. Yes,
But
he lives
anyway,
in Laguna. So
continue, bro.
yes, so I was saying he's a mad cunt. All right.
I Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll take that. Take that L.
No, have you been listening to what I was saying? All right.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
If I was
Oh,
Australian and I called you a fucking
oh.
mad cunt,
Okay, okay. But
all
yeah,
right,
I'm still gonna take that L. Go
you
ahead.
say thank
Explain
you.
to the people.
Thank you, man. Like, wonderful. Okay. So yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So somebody, if an Australian calls you a mad cunt, I
I
mean you're
forgot.
awesome. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, by the
I
way,
forgot what we were talking about, so
you
I wasn't
fucker.
ready for it. So I am a mad cunt.
Yes, he is a mad cunt. All
Yeah,
right. And I keep saying it, it actually sounds good for some
stop
odd
it. We're gonna
reason.
get demonetized. We're not actually getting paid, and now we're not really gonna get paid. This thing is gonna get banned.
Huh.
But whatever.
But yeah, man, look it up on the internet. Look it up in Australian colloquialisms. Right?
Yeah.
You'll see that
But
we're not gonna lie.
but
Okay.
please don't use that on a call though.
Yeah,
You're
don't. I mean, unless I'm not. I'm telling you guys not to use it unless you're using it on an Australian, or if an Australian uses it on you, you say thank you. We
it,
appreciate that.
yes, yes, but don't say it. I mean, I'm all about being like doing whatever the heck you want, but still, don't be stupid, y'all. It's really hard to find a job these days. Just ask Papa Bear.
I've been out of work since January 4. Right? And what is it now? It's March 9. Oh
Yeah,
no, March 8.
March 8th,
March 8.
March 8th.
Yeah,
But
okay.
still, like, goddamn, boy. I don't
Well,
know how you're surviving.
it's I just you just keep scrambling. Anyway, oh, by the way, just to let you guys know that if you're interested in learning English, okay, if you want to break into the call center business, there's a lot of call centers that actually do English training, and there's also some companies that teach English. Okay, but if you want one-on-one sessions with us, I'm promoting this because I don't have a job and I need some extra extra money. If you wanna engage me at times, I mean, it's up to you. Okay, I'm not even gonna tell you my rate here. All right, just hook it. Just look me up. Okay, and I'd also like to take this opportunity to mention that we have a Compendium Library channel in YouTube, which features a Harry Potter fan fiction by Deadwoodpecker. So shameless plug to that.
Shameless plug, y'all.
It's a very awesome fan fiction. It picks up right after book 7. Okay, and we're Harry Potter geeks too, and we'll be having an entire episode dedicated to Harry Potter.
We
Okay, and
will.
our geekdom and our fandom. Okay. And
By
I
the way,
think it
guys,
would be. Oh, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
yeah, it's there's like 47 chapters. All
Sweet.
47 chapters are already converted to a video. I'm gonna upload it already. It's ready, and there's like uh I want to say 27 more compilation episodes. Just so if you don't want to, like hear it chapter by chapter, here's the first 3 chapters, and then I have like 3 mega chapters or mega compilations that you guys can enjoy. But right now I'm doing it on a week to week basis. But if the views picks up, like people actually likes it, then I'm gonna increase the frequency because everything is already done. I already have it with me. It's in my computer right now. So all I have to do is upload it. So if you watch it, let me know. Please comment. We will leave the link to the channel in the description below. Papa Bear, also please pin it in the comment,
Yep.
the top
I'll
comment.
uh I'll have it pinned.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
And
that's a shameless plug.
now we've gotten to the part of the day where we ask uh fat breaker question. So it's the fat breaker question time of the day, right? Where
Oh
we
boy.
ask
Oh boy.
somebody a ridiculous question. It could be
Mhm.
PG, it could be R-rated, all right. But we're gonna try to answer it as truthfully as possible without breaking as many rules on YouTube as much as we can. All right. So I'm gonna start. Okay. I'm gonna start with the fat breaker question for Crispy Papa. All
Mhm.
right. So Crispy Papa, you are in a relationship,
Mhm.
right? I'm not gonna ask you to name the individual that you're having
Mhm.
a relationship with, but my
Mhm.
fat breaker question for you today is: could you please describe your love language towards your significant other?
Physical, like physical touch. Uh,
Okay.
I like hugging, cuddling, cuddle master, uh, cuddle monster too. But yeah, that's pretty much my love language, man.
And what would you say would be the most? What would you say is most beneficial for you being a really huge guy, and that your partner may be in danger of suffocation?
Well, I sometimes squish her too hard, and this is real life. I do like to squish her cheeks. Sometimes she can't breathe and slaps me, but it. I haven't done that in a while. Maybe I'll do it later. But uh, dude. That's just me, and she's used to it. And I think she will question why I'm not doing it if I stop doing it. Because
Okay.
that's just me.
That's good to know. I was actually hoping to get tips on how to be gentle due to our size being above average of a
Like,
regular
dude,
human being, right?
you do you. Like that's not my fucking problem.
Fucker. Okay, your turn.
Why you a simp, bro?
Fuck you.
That's just my question. Why you simping?
Are you asking me why am I simping now or why I used to be a simp before?
Why you simping?
Okay. I used to be a simp. I'm no longer a simp. Okay. The
Explain what a
reason
simp is, please.
A simp is somebody who is willing to take abuse, who is willing to take embarrassment and just take it as it goes. A dude who can be embarrassed and abused mentally, physically, emotionally, because he is either in love with a woman or obsessed with a woman. Okay. And I used to be a simp. Why? Because my previous relationship, which lasted for so long, okay, um, I thought I loved this woman, or at least I did love this woman. And apparently, at some point in our lives, she lost respect for me, and she would embarrass me in front of my friends. And she didn't care two shits about it. She didn't give two shits about it. She didn't even think how it would hurt my feelings. She just thought that her feelings are more important overall, and she didn't care if she embarrassed me. All right, and that happened how more times than I care to count. Okay. Oh,
This is
and
you
by the
know
way,
advice for everyone.
yep, and
But
by the way, I just want to plug again. I have a YouTube channel that is filled with original songs. Okay, and I will be posting the song that I wrote about my previous relationship entitled "The Ultimate Simp." Okay, I'll post it down
dude,
there. That's a true effing story about my life.
like
Okay,
listeners, watchers, this guy is an amazing songwriter. I don't know if he can sing. I don't think he can sing,
I
but
cannot sing,
at least he
but I can
writes.
write.
Yeah, he writes good. I can't sing either, but you know, this guy, he really, really, really is a good sing. No, songwriter. This is a general advice for everyone. Don't be a simp.
Yeah, don't
I
be a
mean,
simp. It's not
I,
fun.
I mean, it's okay to love your woman, love your man, love whoever you want, and be dedicated to him, her, them. Um, but it's also important to save a little respect for yourselves and put maybe 1% away for your sanity. Been there, done that. Maybe I was also a simp before.
Oh yes, he was. I
Oh
heard
yeah, I
the
was.
stories, so I'm
Yeah, I
not gonna.
was. I was.
Not gonna tell. That's up to you.
Nah,
Okay.
I ain't telling that story. I'm good. I'm good.
I think at least once in everybody's life we have simped, especially for
I think
somebody
so.
that we are enamored of.
I think
Yes.
so. But
So yeah.
dude, I can confidently say that my sipping was not to your level of simping.
Oh yeah, my simping lasted for I don't know. I think like 18 years.
See?
Fudge.
That's a whole adult. That's a whole adult human. But yeah, that's it for me. You have anything else for me this week?
Nope. I think that I think that concludes the fat breaker question for today. However, I would like to give some final thoughts about about the BPO experience, the BPO experience overall. All right, and Crispy Papa, uh, what what pearls of wisdom would you be willing to share for young Filipinos nowadays or young adults nowadays who would like to break into this industry? Okay, whether or not it's something that may be encouraging or whether or not it's going to be a warning. Go ahead.
Dude, this is literally my master's dissertation. So you're talking to the right person. So, what am I gonna the, the biggest nugget of information or biggest nugget of wisdom I can share with everyone, uh this job can take over your life. What do I mean by that? You come in fresh faced from your weekend or your rest day, ready to work, ready to get that dough, get that bag. You know what I mean? And then the first call you get is a terrible call. Now, I don't know what terrible is for you. It can be whatever. Whatever terrible call is for you, that's what you get on your first call. And then the rest of the day, you're kind of pissed because you got that terrible call. Now, you are only going to be affected if you let it affect you. Don't take it personal. It's just a job. It's not going to define your personality, or it shouldn't define your personality. It should not define who you are as a person. Uh, Here's what I always tell people that are kind of let's or kind of like asking me advice. This headset is a magical headset. It's a good headset. Some people tells me that this headset is their ability to speak English. Without this headset, they can't speak English. That's great. Now, why don't you also use this headset or your headset and use that as the baggage for your troubles for the day? Get a bad call, put it in the headset. Get a bad call, put it in the headset. Take it off when you're going to, your 15-minute break. You're not troubled anymore. Put it back on. Now you're in more work mode. And then just for uh just for funsies, just for the lulls, you see these foamies?
Yep, we can see the foamies.
If you can, get yourself more foamies. So not only will it help you with your hygiene because these things itch, it's also going to represent you throwing away your troubles from your work for that week, for that month, for that quarter. Now you're fresh. Come back from your rest day, your week, your VL, your SL, you're refreshed. You have a new foamies. Now you can dump more phone trauma in it. That's what I would, uh, suggest. This industry is really not for the weak. It may look easy to others because we're just sitting down, but physical labor is at times easier than what we do because dealing with people sucks sometimes. But it does suck. Like I wouldn't want to talk to the I wouldn't want to talk to me on the phone. But yeah,
Well, that was a very that was very endearing, okay, and very honest, okay. And I appreciate the honesty. I think that's something that's not appreciated much anymore these days, or something that people may feel that is overrated. Okay, so in my case, since I was a trainer for more years than I was an agent, um, and so essentially, I loved what I did as a trainer because I was always helping people. However, in general, if you want to break into the BPO industry, you have to be able to at least step outside of your shell. Okay, meaning to say, there's still a lot of people there who view the English language as something that can be considered tonyo, or something that they don't want to do because they don't want to sound like you know they don't want to sound fake. And just let me be clear about it. It is not fake. Okay, it's just another language that you can use to better your lives off. All right, and I've seen somebody who didn't who was actually very hesitant to speak English. And by the time that she reached her second year, that lady could speak better English than some of the people who actually entered the BPO industry with already a good accent and a strong vocabulary to their name. All right. So it is very important for you to learn the language, and it'll open doors for you. Okay. And I'm saying this because I'm biased towards utilizing the English language because that's the language that I'm used to. And if you'll notice, that's actually the language that we're using right now. Okay. And it's something that I've trained, it's something that I've helped people with. I've seen their careers fly by. Okay. So I like helping people, and maybe um, the only thing that I can say is, like Chrissy Papa said, tough it out. All right. And you'll find that, learning a new language or using a new language will actually will actually benefit you, and it'll allow you to experience a lot more things. You don't have to be too closed-minded about it. Okay. Essentially, come on. Everybody's saying, and it's already been proven, that the Philippines is the number one English-speaking Asian country in the world. So why not take advantage of that, and not only make your country proud, but make yourselves proud. And are we proud that we're able to speak a language as fluently as we can our own native language? I mean, at least I am. I don't know about you. Are you?
of course,
There you go. Okay. So there.
even an asshole like me knows how to appreciate.
Okay. Well, this is gonna wrap it up for our episode this week. This is our second episode. I'll be posting the links to our new single, which is Too Fat version 1.1. And well, we hope you enjoy it. And I would also like to take this time to remember our sponsors. Okay, let me get my list here. We'd again like to thank our imaginary sponsors, Wondershare, Filmora, because we don't have the funds to use the pro version. I'd like to say thank you again to Haynes PH for our underwear. Les Kid Marks would like to thank
Baleno.
Boleno. Yes, thank you so much, Boleno, for sponsoring our yet to be discovered underwear. All right, and our shirts. And I'd also like to thank Head and Shoulders again. Okay, as you can see, our heads are really, really shiny. Okay, the head, not the hair, and our shoulders, although they're covered up, so we're not gonna make you see it. We're not gonna take off our
No,
shirts for
no,
you to
man.
see them.
Like
we're gonna get fucking canceled, so we don't want
we
that.
are. Come on.
All right. And did I finish all the did I
I think
get
so.
everybody?
I think
Okay.
so.
Or
I,
was
I
there
do
were there
want to
any
thank.
other?
I do
Okay.
want to thank one other sponsor, and this sponsor is an actual sponsor, and that is the Compendium Library channel.
Ah, there you go.
The link will be in the description and in the first comment, and you know,
Yep. I'll be
listen up,
posting
y'all.
it there. And oh, and before we go, before we go, I just wanted to uh give a little bit of sad news. My grandmother, Miss Angelita Antazo, has passed away. I think it was yesterday, and the wake will be in Antipolo. And you can ask me about it. I'll message you as to where it would be. But my grandmother, rest in peace. I'm sure that you're no longer hurting, and I'm sure that you're already with your husband, my grandpa, right? So just wanted to end
Condolences,
it
man.
on, even though it's not a good note, but yes, I want to remember her memory. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll see you here another time on the Crispy Papa Bear channel, where you will find two fat Filipinos in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Two
Cheers,
fat
y'all.
Filipinos in the house. Two fat Filipinos in the know. Two fat Filipinos all night, all night. Two fat Filipinos, let's flow.